Hey everyone, welcome to Old Man Gaming. Remember, if you enjoyed today's stream, please hit that like button and consider subscribing.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Old Man Gaming. My name is Rob and today we are trying out Microsoft Flight Simulator. We are going to have a look at that and I'm going to try... Oh shit, my microphone just fell off the desk. Hold on. That wasn't good. Oh, what happened there? It loosened itself and fell off. Oh, tighten this up. There we go. Sorry about the extra noise on the mic there. All right, there we go. Okay. Hopefully that is sorted now. I apologize about that. Oh boy. Right, where are we? Good start, Rob. Excellent start. Right, okay, yeah. So Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 came out on the 19th of November. The launch was pretty diabolical. If you've been watching YouTube, if you've got the game yourself, you'll know that the launch was pretty diabolical. It seems okay now though. I have tested it a few times and I have managed to get in every time, so hopefully things are calming down and it's a lot better now. Now in this video we're going to be trying, well, I'm hoping that I'm going to have a little interactive thing for you guys as well. I will put a link in the description at some point to a map follow along so you can actually see where we are in the world. I haven't started it yet because I want to have it's untested, to be honest, so I'll be testing that during the flight. Career mode, we're going to jump into career mode because that's what this is about. Full disclaimer, I have actually done a little bit of the career mode again just to get hang of it and just see what it was like, and then I reset everything. I'm also resetting it because I didn't like the airport I chose. They wouldn't let me choose the airport I wanted. They say choose any location, but that is a lie. You can't choose any location. You can choose any location that they allow you to choose. For example, I wanted to go start at my local airport, which is Barton in Manchester, UK, EGCB. Okay, and you'll see it's not an airport that you can choose. You cannot choose this airport. It will not let you choose this airport. You are not allowed to. So unfortunately, we cannot have that airport. So we have to have these airports that are marked. Now, when I was testing this earlier, I tested this one. I didn't like it. It was not good. Where it puts the plane and everything was not good. I tested this one. Again, same thing, was not good. It didn't put the plane in like a parking spot, which you would think this airport has, looking at it. Instead, it put me on the side of the hill somewhere like over here, and it was awful. So I chose these two airports because they were the closest to, like I said, my local airport, which is down here somewhere. I live around here, in this area here. This is where I live. Local airports here. That's crap. That's crap. Utter crap. So I decided that we would use this airport here, Wharton Airport near Blackpool. When I used to play Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, I used to fly an awful lot. If you've watched it, I used to fly from here to Blackpool quite a bit. Blackpool Airport is somewhere down here. But there is this Wharton Airport just over here. So we're going to choose this. It doesn't seem to make a lot of difference, to be honest, where you choose, but we're going to choose that. Mainly because when I tested this airport, it actually put me on a parking ramp proper and all that. When you choose missions later, you can choose missions in the vicinity from any airport. So it seemed... I'm not even sure why we need a headquarters, and if that's the case. I think the first mission you fly from here, but a few other missions you just had free range, just clicked on wherever you wanted. So why we need a headquarters, I don't know. We'll have a look. So the first thing that we're going to have to do is, I've already done the training, so I'm not going to subject you all to the training.
Rob Butch 01, right?
Yes.
Welcome to Wharton. I'm Scott, the owner of this Aero Club.
Hello, Scott.
Here at the club, we provide all the training lessons you need to get started and earn your private pilot license. Then, once you've earned your PPL, you can build up your flight hours and get more experience by taking people out on first flights.
Reaper King, how you doing, mate?
But before any of that, let's head outside and take a flight to get familiar with our aircraft and the local surroundings.
All right. So this first flight is relatively simple. I don't think you have to do anything. It's just, you just take off, really. You don't have to land or anything. It's nothing. So, but we'll have to do it, unfortunately. Get it out of the way. But it is a good opportunity for me to test something.
Why don't you walk around a bit while I finish the pre-flight preparations?
All right. So before we do that, we're going to move over to this. We're going to unpause it, and then we're going to come back. And I'm just going to wait and see what happens with that over here on my other computer. We'll have a quick look. See if anything has cleared. There we go. It says flight recording is paused. It shouldn't be. It should be. I'm having a look at a Alright, well that says flight recording is paused. It shouldn't be. It should be recording. So let me just go back over here. Did I not save settings? Maybe that's why. There we go. Okay. Alright.
I know the plane is majestic, but you should see it in the air. Get inside so we can get started.
Okay. Right, well that hasn't as yet appeared in there. I don't know why. What will happen? We'll just wait and see. Alright.
Today we will be flying in a Cessna 172 Skyhawk. It's the main trainer airplane in our flight school. Our Cessna's got a glass cockpit and a 180 horsepower engine. climbs well and is easy to fly. It's one sweet ride. Welcome aboard. While you settle in, let's go over our flight plan. After taking off, we will climb to 1,500 feet above sea level and then fly over the airport to enjoy the view. Ready? Why don't you start the engine for us?
All right, now there's two ways of doing this. We can just do it the quick way, which is what I'm going to do today because I'm still getting myself familiarizing myself with everything in M24. But you can actually also bring up this thing, which is new. And you can go to like aircraft, and then you've got checklists, and then you can do you can follow the pre-flight checklist if you want, and it tells you, you know, how to start the engine, all that sort of stuff. Starting the engine, you know, so you can follow it if you wish and start the engine manually, but today, just for now, we're going to just follow the on-screen instructions. So it's Control E to start up, and it will automatically start up.
Perfect. The wind is from 270 degrees direction with a speed of 9 knots, so we'll be taking off from runway 25. Okay, let me taxi to the runway. Alright, now comes the fun part. After releasing the brakes and applying full power, we will speed up and take off once we reach 60 knots airspeed. We will be climbing at 75 knots, which is the recommended climbing speed for the Cessna Skyhawk. While climbing, we will follow a left-hand traffic pattern and make 2 turns. Don't worry if it sounds overwhelming, I am here to help. Release the parking brakes, otherwise we're not going anywhere.
Okay, so I've just put a link in the chat and in the description. Now, that should, if that works properly, that should take you to a page where you can actually follow along via a flight map and see exactly where we are in the world, and it will zoom in. There, I'm just checking it, and it gives details of the flight that we're on. So there's a link in the description if you're watching this later where you can see this particular flight. I think I will double check that after we finish. But if you're watching live, click on that link and you'll bring up a flight in MyFS Flights, and just click on the map, and you can follow along with the on-screen map. You can change it to a 2D map if you want, so you just got overhead, 3D, you can scroll in, scroll out, and there's bits of information on there as well. So he wants us to release the parking brake. We'll get on with that.
Ready for takeoff? Apply full power to get us moving.
He's controlling the rudder. All I'm going to be doing is taking off.
We have reached 55 knots. Pull the yoke a little bit to lift off. Perfect climbing attitude and speed. I see you know what you're doing.
I've noticed also in these career modes, it's not using live weather, which is good because the weather in the UK today is absolutely atrocious. I don't think you'd even be allowed to fly today. It is that bad.
Climbing.
I think all we do is just get to the upwind end and then the mission's over. Some crosswind day. Or maybe I was wrong about that.
Motion detected at the door.
I bet that someone's going to come to my door now. No, it's alright, it's my neighbour.
Keep climbing and prepare for the next turn. Okay, turn left again. We are almost there. Remember, we need to climb to 1,500 feet. It will keep us 500 feet above the traffic pattern. I love the weather today. The clouds are beautiful, aren't they? There we are, 1,500 feet above sea level and 500 feet above the traffic pattern. We have safe separation with the other airplanes.
Control B.
Awesome. I know that you're busy navigating and controlling the plane, but don't forget to enjoy the view.
I'm still trying to figure out what the sensitivity settings should be on my HOTUS that I'm using. Ideally one day I'd love to get a proper yoke, but everything costs money. Not sure why he's got flaps at 30. Anyway. And I think if we hit the backspace key, we get the external view. And everything.
Well done. I believe you have a talent for piloting. I hope you enjoyed the flight. Let's
That's
head
it.
back to the ground now.
That's the first mission. Done. Dusted.
I'm glad that we flew together today. This might be the first chapter in your pilot's journey, if you want to embark on it. Let's catch up at our headquarters.
And how will that interact with my FS flights? I don't know.
You seemed comfortable out there. I'm sure you will get your PPL in no time.
Did that actually do anything? So it looks like it stayed at exactly the same thing. Don't know. Alright, so click on
There's
next.
a laptop in the office that shows all the...
Next. Right. So, if we look at
Here you can see
certification,
all the different certifications you can pass throughout your career. Your first step is to work towards your private pilot license.
okay,
All the
private
training
pilot
lessons
license.
you'll need
Now,
to
you can
pass
see
the
I've
PPL
actually
exam are
done
available here.
the
Make sure
training
you're comfortable
lessons.
with these before taking the exam.
I did these when I first got into the game. You can see I passed every one, and then I came to my solo. I got A's on everything. Everything. And then on my solo, I got a C because I was shit. I did all right, and then this was terrible. But anyway, so what we'll do is we'll take the exam. I'll pay 2,000 credits. I'm just having a look at my FS flights to see what it is doing. Right. Okay, so let's have a look. So, private pilot license, Cessna 172 Skyhawk. Time to pass your private pilot license. This is your ticket into the world of aviation. For this practical test, you'll need to complete a standard traffic pattern, follow the flight plan, apply what you learned in your training. Fly safe and you'll get your license. Oh, it looks like we're actually taking the license at the headquarters. All the training is not done at the headquarters. It doesn't matter what headquarters you choose. The training is done just like in Microsoft Flight Simulator at Sedona Airport in America. So, you know, start your aircraft attached towards the designated runway with an intermediate stop at hold short. Align with the runway and take off once you reach a speed of 55 knots. Climb upwards at a speed of 75 knots until you reach the crosswind leg. Once in the crosswind leg, climb to 1,000 feet while maintaining 75 knots. Turn left and maintain 1,000 feet through above ground level through the downwind leg. Do not exceed 90 knots. I will exceed it. Alright, I'm going to fail this. I just feel like, even though I passed it first time, I'm going to fail this. Definitely going to fail it. Because now I'm under pressure because you're watching. So, yeah. Going to fail this one. Let's have a look. Off we go. Again, we'll see if my FS flights picks it up or not. If it picks it up automatically.
It's time. Your first ever check ride. Start by removing the covers and chocks, then join me inside.
Alright, a little tip. If you've got a controller, for this part, use a controller. I'm going to be using one instead of using WASD, so using a controller, you know, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah. So, remove the engine cover. Remove the static forecourt, remove the pivot, and remove the chokes. Now, it doesn't ask you to do... What is it? A to crouch. There we go. You stand up. So, one thing it doesn't ask you to do in this is like things like... examine struts and all the other things that you can check, like, you know, landing gear, your tire nose strut. There are other things you can walk around, but it doesn't ask you to do it as part of the test. So yeah, anyway, we're not using that anymore, so we are going back to this.
Your goal is to complete a left-hand traffic pattern, respecting the flight path and all required speeds. Rely on what you have learned in your trainings and you'll be fine. Now show me the best traffic pattern that you've got.
Right, okay. So once again, we've got a manually copy link for this flight. Have a look. I don't know if it's the same as it was before, or if it's a different one. Is that the same as it was before? Because I cannot see. You'll have to tell me. I think it is, actually. Checking here. So I won't have to do this after today, because if I know what it is... Oh, it is the same. No, it's different. No, there is a difference between the two IDs. Damn, I was hoping it'd be the same. Yeah, I'd hoping it would be the same. There we go. So the number 2 in the description is the current flight. So if you're looking at the description, you want to have a look at the map. By all means, do. Just click on the second link in the description and it'll take you along to the flight details and MyFS flights, and you can follow along on the map, I hope. Again, I'll just bring the map up so I'm seeing what you guys would see, and hopefully you'll be able to follow along. So, we've got a request taxi clearance.
Warton Ground OMG Uniform Kilo Papa 5314 ready to taxi east departure with Golf.
Wait for clearance. I didn't hear that. It didn't say anything. Okay, there
Taxi
is...
2 and hold short runway 25 using taxiway Alpha Bravo 2 Bravo 1 Bravo Delta 1 Delta Echo Charlie Charlie 2 Charlie 1 Charlie OMG Uniform Kilo Papa 5314.
Right, so that was my acknowledgement, but we didn't hear the tower. And the tower did say taxi 2 and hold short of runway 25 using taxiway A, B2, B1, BD1, DCC. I mean, how are pilots supposed to know this? I guess, I mean... I just used the taxi ribbon. Eventually I might try and figure out how to navigate an airport properly, but yeah. So, let's release the handbrake and bring our revs up. Following the taxi ribbon here. What is that in the sky up ahead? Oh, it's a couple of... What is that? A glitch. We had a glitch. We had a gremlin in the sky. Where was I supposed to hold short? Why is it? the hell? Well, that was not good. Better not fail me for that. I was just following the ribbon. Maybe I should have just gone straight across. I think I messed up there. So yeah, looking at that map, it does show me on the taxiways moving along, and it does show that little maneuver on the runway I did. I'll probably fail the exam because of that whole runway business. I'll redo it again. Wonder if that's where I was supposed to hold short. Why is it? This is glitchy as anything, isn't it? Why it didn't take me to the top of the runway, I don't know. I don't have rudder pedals myself, so I can't do the left-right brake on the rudders like you can do, so I'm limited to very you know, just using the rudder without actual... I can only brake both wheels at the same time. Alright, we'll put flaps at 10%. Alright, let's try this. On that center line very well. How you doing, mate? You okay?
Wharton Tower OMG Uniform Kilo Papa 5314, continue for east departure.
Swind. Not supposed to exceed 95 knots. Wife currently not home, but will be. Eventually. Sorry if I'm not very chatty, I'm just concentrating. Trying to pass this exam. I have to get that
Uniform Kilo Papa 5314 for Wharton Tower. QNH 101 tree, enter left traffic runway 25. Enter left downwind runway 25 OMG Uniform Kilo Papa 5314. OMG Uniform Kilo Papa 5314, wind calm, cleared to land runway 25. OMG Uniform Kilo Papa 5314. Did you hear my last transmission?
Yeah.
Cleared to land runway 25 OMG Uniform Kilo Papa 5314.
Oh wow, that's not very good. That turn, I should have looked out the window, I guess.
500.
Coming in too steep. Reduce speed.
OMG uniform Kilo Papa 5, tree 1 for turn next taxiway.
Turn.
OMG uniform Kilo Papa 5, tree 14 contact, ground on 130.805. 130.805 for OMG uniform Kilo Papa 5314.
So did I pass? That is the question. Because there was that glitch right at the beginning with the hold short at runway, and the taxi ribbon went on a
OMG uniform Kilo Papa
wonky direction.
Taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Charlie 2 Charlie Echo.
Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway Charlie 2 Charlie Echo OMG uniform Kilo Papa 5314.
Oh, I don't think I did too badly. Is that aviate, navigate, communicate? Uh-huh. Might have to invest in some rudder pedals so I can have left and right braking. I have to try and hook this up to VR at some point, I think, because that's the best experience, being able to look out the windows in VR compared to using the little sticky thing on the yoke, which I can't remember what it's called, on the grip, the haps little button. So you can only really go left, right. Ooh. Well, at least she got a smile on her face. Alright, so I have to go around the planes, come back, and park. Okay, why can't I just park, facing the opposite direction to everyone else? Why can't I be an individual? Parking on. There we go. And parking brakes on. And Control Shift D to shut down.
Congratulations. You're on your way to become one hell of a pilot.
How did I do? I got an A. That's alright. But that... Where did I... respect the taxi path. Yeah. I glitched right at the beginning. Hat switch, that's it. Yeah. Yeah. I do find if you lean forward you could see it. But yeah, hat. Hey, I didn't think I was going to pass because I really did think that glitch in the glitch that we had right at the beginning with the taxi. This was with the taxiing because it did a weird thing and it told me to hold, but then I think I might have messed up. I probably would have scored better if I had held where I thought I should have held and not just relied on the ribbon. But anyway, we passed. So that's good. And now back to headquarters. Private. I do like the fact that they've introduced a career mode. It's not very realistic though, let's be honest. For example, to get your commercial private license, I think you have to have logged about 150 hours minimum. I'm off the top of my head. Whereas in this game, I think all you have to do is 2 flights and then you can get your commercial. But yeah. Anyway, so we've unlocked the 152, the 172, the JMB VL3, and the Flight Design CTSL, and the Robin DR400 Cadet, which is not showing. Again, that's probably down to Microsoft server issues. Okay.
Congratulations on passing your PPL exam. Hopefully that's the first of many steps on your career path.
Alright, okay, let's click next.
Your PPL allows you to fly
my FS flight thing does seem to work quite nicely, so that's good.
Increase your experience.
Bit of interaction for you guys, follow along, you can see where I am on the map and all that. Yeah, I wish there was a hardcore mode, like let's make it ultra realistic. If you want your commercial pilot license, then this is what you have to do in real life. Let's make it the same in game. So it would be cool if they did a hardcore mode, because I know for a fact once I've done 2 flights, I'll be able to go for my commercial pilot license.
Let's go back to headquarters and review the specializations board to learn more.
I mean, you have to have the option to have a hardcore mode. I'm not saying make it hardcore, to say give people the option, so if they want to do it
As you can
properly.
see, the career journey of a pilot can take many different paths. As I said earlier, your PPL is the first step, allowing you to fly recreationally and perform first flight missions, taking people on tours around the local area. As you build up your flight hours and earn more certifications, other specializations will become available. Take a look around, then when you're ready, head to the missions list to see what's available.
So yeah, I'm not going to do the rotary, the helicopters, the rotorcraft ones. I know that. Not yet. Introduce your first planet. So right, first flight. Level 1. Back to HQ. So select here to view missions. Yeah, okay, it's forcing me. I wanted to just have a go back to specializations again for a second.
On this map, you can see all the missions currently available to you.
Okay, on this map you can see all the missions currently available to use. Just the one
currently available. Select it now.
Again, this is something else which has really bugged me, because they said you could put your headquarters in any airport, and that's just a lie. It was a straight out lie, because like I said, my local airport is Barton Airport, which I never find it on the map. I always get lost. I know it's here. There it is. So I actually wanted this to be my headquarters, so I wasn't able to choose it. I either had where I'm at, or I had this one over here available to me. Not that one. That one. Or I had Goulburn available to me. Now I nearly chose Goulburn because, well, I went to Goulburn High School in Australia, and so I nearly chose Goulburn, but when I tested Goulburn it was rubbish. So that's why we're in Wharton. But anyway, I've already gone through that, so let's have a look. Mark Humphrey surprising a colleague with a flight to see the city she grew up in. He hopes it will be a joyful moment they can share together over Preston. Are we going to Preston? Okay. And I bet you they're American. Even though we're in England, I bet you the passengers are American. Which is something else they've really could have done. Mark and Restaurant, departure Wharton Flight Club, 45 minutes, number of guests, 2 passengers, flight coordinator Sarah Buchanan. Okay. Let's have a quick look at the EFB from this window. I don't think I've looked at it before. Over here. Flight planner. I want to have it getting close to the airport. They don't. Does it? Yeah, it doesn't show. They don't show the taxiways, do they? On this ECB. So things like Navigraph and all of that are probably still going to have a use. I thought they'd, you know, maybe have the taxiway numbers and whatnot. But I guess not. Turn that off. How do we turn this up? Tab. Close. Okay. Vista of Preston with Mark. You know, I've been to Preston, but I didn't realise it was that close to Blackpool. I always imagined it to be more inland as well. Shows how much I know. And once again, we'll see if the flight will show up on my FS flights, and then we'll just copy it in there once it does. Sightseeing quality, flight smooth, landing smoothness. You don't get paid for any of these, I don't think. I've still got 3,000 credits, so fly. want to follow along on the map, once again, there's the link, and it will be the third link in the description if you are watching at a later date. I think I will check those. I've got a Hotus X. I've had it for years and years and years. I got it for a PS3 a long time ago. So that's all I'm using at the moment, just the Hotus X. Alright, Hotus X and a PlayStation controller to do this part. Remove chokes. A to remove. There we go. Remove the thing. Remove. And remove. There we go. And enter the aircraft. Okay.
Ready for boarding, Sarah. Roger that.
Here comes Mark Humphreys and whoever that is. Yeah, it looks a bit battered. Alright, Control E to start the engine. Oh, no. Are we crashing? What? Graphics card overheating? Are you kidding me? We better check the temperatures. $43, if that's accurate. 42, that's not overheating. Graphics card definitely not overheating. That's the first glitch I've had. But graphic card is definitely not hot, so that is all right as far as I'm concerned. We'll go back in, but we'll see if that'll work. That means that the links that I've posted are wrong. So ignore the links in the description. I'm going to take that third link out. And we'll see how it goes. I did, like I said, I did test this earlier and that never happened. Now we're going to have to go through the whole rigmarole of it loading. Hopefully it won't take too long. Maybe I'll have... I was actually testing this on ultra settings, so... But that was that, no. I mean, we did a whole flight on it. There's... Hey, Mike. Well, while it's loading, I'm going to check those other links and just see if they're still current and correct after the flight. Or do I need to remove them from the description? Nope. There they are. Flight score 47%. That was awful. Okay, that one's there. What about this one? Flight score on the second one, 93.14%. That's a lot better. A lot better. But yeah, flight map. Let's have a look after the fact. What does it look like? Looks like that. Shows everything I did. Yeah, oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, so those links in the description are current and remain active, so that's good. Just ignore the third one in the chat. That does obviously not going to work. Client app not running. That didn't crash. Oh no. Maybe I shouldn't have done that while it was loading. Okay. We are probably going to have to shut down and restart. I've had no issues today until now. It's only now that I've actually started having issues. Of course, as soon as I start streaming it, I'm having issues. Always the way. It leads me into a false sense of security. Although previously I was only playing it on high-end graphics, not on ultra graphics, so maybe I'll drop it back down to high-end. But yeah, no, I mean, it seems all right now. Just have to see if it's still all right. Yeah, getting in early in the morning here did work. It worked yesterday as well. Yeah, the only problem with Xbox is you can't use the HOTAS. I can't use my HOTAS anyway. And I haven't actually tried. But if it's going to work on PC, I'm not going to use it on the Xbox, am I? It's as simple as that. But we managed to, at least we got through the private pilot's license stage and we managed to pass that. It just, for some reason, it crashed on the first mission. Yeah, today, like I said, I haven't had any hiccups until just then. And now as we're approaching peak hourage, it's not gonna load, is it? Did it stop at 5:03 last time? I think that was my fault though, because I switched over to something else. KLM. I've flown KLM. KLM I liked. I liked KLM Airlines. One stop from Amsterdam to Sydney. Just stop at Singapore for an hour. 13 hours from Amsterdam to Sydney, and then another 8 hours from... No, 13 hours from Amsterdam to Singapore, and another 8 hours from Singapore to Sydney. 8.5. Okay. Just wait for the shuddering to stop. Okay. Don't crash if I swap out because I forgot to start this. We'll go back to career. Okay, we've got connection there. Okay, that's good. We'll just change the settings before we do anything. It won't let me.
On this map, you can see all the missions. There's one mission currently available.
Just check settings. Global rent. We're going to change that back down to high end. Confirm. Sure, if that was the setting I wanted. Yeah, I think it was. Balanced. I wanted balanced. That might have been the problem. Okay. Right, let's try this again. Vista of Preston with Mark. I said, thank God it's not. Why is the clouds on? Thank God it's not using live weather. Or is it? It's not doing live time, is it? No. 11:53 to 12:28. Okay. Try this again. Fly. I am going to get bored of this. I mean, it all seemed really nice and everything. But when you have to do it over and over again. Yeah. Oh, and it is a walking simulator. I could realistically walk from here all the way home to my house if I wanted to. I'm not going to, but if I wanted to, I could. Control C. Shift C. Yeah. Let's see if it will get the boarding people on.
Sarah. Roger that.
Here they come again. Same people. Let's hope it doesn't crash this time. Wait for engine startup.
This is the moment to make some smiles happen. Hey, Captain, meet Mark. He's keen on discovering the sights around Great Eccleston. He's one of our friends, so I'm counting on you to treat him well and show him around. By the way, one of his colleagues came with him. If your passengers are ready, you are good to depart. Engine started. Let's go.
I heard there were certain Scandinavian countries and Canada that had no issues whatsoever. Press control to request taxi clearance.
Morton Ground, OMG, Yankee Victor Delta 29011 with Golf request taxi to the active north departure.
OMG Yankee Victor Delta 2911 taxi and hold short of runway 25 via taxiway Echo Charlie Charlie 2 Charlie 1 Charlie. Contact tower on 130.805 when ready.
Okay. No, Scandinavian countries and Canada
to say hello to the team from above. I'm Mark.
we're not having any issues.
My name's Jane. I'm Mark's colleague. Thanks for taking me up today.
Not in Canada, and Canada. Okay, yeah, take me to the wall. Okay. That's right. I'm well aware Scandinavian countries are not in Canada, even though Nova Scotia sounds like it should be a Scandinavian country in Canada. Let's see if we can get this hold short right this time round. I'll get the link up when we hold short at the runway again for this flight, so if you want to follow along on the map. I just can't do it while I'm taxiing. Not sure where the hold short point is. I don't want to mess it up like I did last time. See, it's down there. See, this time it's doing it properly. Oops. This is why you don't use mobile devices while driving, you see. Okay, third link in the description. If you are following along at a later date, if you want to follow along with a map. You test that link, Mike, if you want. Make sure it works. That'd be great. I haven't actually had any feedback on it yet. It seemed to work when I tested it. Stop at hold short. See if I can get the braking right this time. No, I'm not going to get it right. Too early. Request takeoff.
Wharton Tower OMG Yankee Victor Delta 29011 ready for departure to the north at runway 25.
OMG Yankee Victor Delta 29011 QNH 101 tree departure to the north approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 25.
Cleared for runway takeoff 25.
I'm a bit nervous. But
cleared for takeoff runway 25 OMG Yankee Victor Delta 29011.
You're a super pilot, so we're in your hands now.
Yeah, okay. Shut up, Yank. They're always American. I want an Englishman. Sorry. I just think if we're going to be in England... Oh, crap. If we're going to be in England... Let's have English tourists or English customers. Your family's from Preston. It doesn't sound like you're from Preston, mate. And then if you click on map at the top, on the top toolbar, it should take you to an interactive map. I think. If you look above. I think it's the second option along. What's it doing? Why did it do that? Just to do that. That was a bit silly, wasn't it? There are some issues with the taxiway. Make a U-turn. I need to set up like a button for left and right brakes. Okay. We go.
This sensation is fantastic.
No, you don't have to log in.
OMG Yankee Victor Delta 29011, continue for north departure.
Morton Tower OMG Yankee Victor Delta 29011, continue for north departure.
Fly to Great Eccleston.
You must feel like the king of the world when
Yeah.
you fly over our beautiful region at sunset. Definitely need to try that someday.
Why am I going so fast?
You remember the big party with the team we organized last year? I think it was somewhere around.
Come on. Of course I remember.
I mean, it's a lot better today than it was on launch day. I'd probably wait a week though. I'm playing the Game Pass version. I haven't actually spent money on it. But if you're looking to spend money on it, maybe wait a week or two. Things to really settle down.
Not scared?
I'm too excited to be scared. Will we see the office? Would be fun.
You're right.
You are not right. So on that screen it brings up, it's got a blue box. You've got a blue box. It says flight from EGNO, and then it says
We almost forgot to take pictures.
Oh my god, actually I'm looking at the wrong thing. I need to be looking over here. Crap. Can't. See, this is what happens when you try and do two things at once. Right, and I'll click on the link.
You don't really feel dizzy from up here. Sarah told me that before we get on board, and I was a bit skeptical, but it's true.
Right, yeah, you see a blue box, and then directly above the blue box it says My FS Flights in the top left-hand corner, and then under My FS Flights there's a menu bar. There's a menu bar, and it says EGNO. It says EGNO to question mark, and then next to that it says flight map.
Definitely a bucket
And you
list.
click on flight map. And that should take you to the flight map, and then you should be able to follow this flight along. So the link does work, Mike. It worked for me.
Mark? Even better than you thought, right?
Sarah, thanks for
OMG
checking.
Yankee Victor Delta
Having a great
29011
time,
leaving
and
my
it's surely
airspace
thanks to
frequency
our
change
pilot.
approved.
I'm happy for you. I'll let you two enjoy the moment.
Wharton Tower, OMG Yankee Victor Delta 29011 frequency change.
Relax, Mark. You're gripping the seat so hard you're going to break your hand.
Yeah, relax, Mark. He's not gripping the seat at all, you liar.
Look, the rooftops here. Beautiful.
It's amazing. I recognize everything down there.
Really? You don't sound like you would. I mean, Preston's all right, but it's nothing to want to fly around with.
I didn't imagine such a view. You really got us up close and personal. Hey, I can see my house.
I spotted it too. I had just enough time to take a pic. I'll send it over as a little keepsake.
We're so lucky to do this together.
Remember when I used to do this with Neofly? This sort of thing. And now it's part of the game. Remember on Neofly, I used to have to take tourists around?
Victor Delta 2911 Wharton Tower. QNH 101 tree fly left base runway 25.
Yeah. Click, 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 click.
OMG Yankee Victor Delta 29011 wine tree 5 at tree. Clear to land runway 25.
Too bad the boss didn't want to come with us. All team buildings should feel like this.
Have a quick look outside. If only the weather was actually like this today. It is not like this. It is absolutely horrendous weather today, for real. For some reason this career mode isn't using live weather at this stage. I don't know if it does later, but at this stage it's not using live weather. Also, I was looking to see how you turn these markers off, but it doesn't seem to be an option. What I thought were markers,
You never see something
I turned
like
them
this
off,
from the
but
ground.
these are still on. You never see something like this up. It's not a goal unless the ball goes in. You never see anything like this from above from the ground. Because it's that like not the stupidest thing anybody's ever said. That's because we're not on the ground. Everyone says that. I bet you there isn't a flight simmer around who hasn't flown over their own house if they've played this game.
I see you're on your way back, guys. So, Mark, did you enjoy the ride? You ready to do it again?
So cool. Thanks.
That was amazing. Thank you so much.
We're gonna land first, yeah. I flew to your house, Mike. I thought I turned them off in settings. But it's still on. That's funny. Why didn't the thing to tell me there was motion detected at my door go off? mean, at this early stage, it doesn't matter. I mean, it does sort of help a little bit. Hello, hun. The amount of times I flew over this area in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. I used to do the Barton to Blackpool Airport run all the time. Right, turning into the downward leg. For some reason my throttle wasn't adjusting then. Flaps at 20%.
That landing. Scary stuff.
OMG Yankee Victor Delta 2911 exit runway when able.
Yeah, that my computer definitely couldn't handle that back then. All right.
Wharton Ground, OMG Yankee Victor Delta 2911, request taxi to parking.
Sounded Australian.
OMG Yankee Victor Delta 2911 taxi to General Aviation, parking using taxiway Charlie 2 Charlie Echo.
Bit of a stall right at the end there. I just landed at, was it Tunisia? I'm going to redo that again. I've got a whole plan for that, Mike. I'm going to redo it. I wanted to wait for the game to come out and see what it was like. I wondered if you could do it in career mode. But I wanted to test this mapping thing that we're testing today to see, so people can follow along with it. I bet did not do well on the landing there, did I? Looking at the map, it looks like it's a bit in red. Yeah, I'm going to try and get the... I mean, I've only got a Quest 2, but I'm going to try and get that out. Get it off my son's... Get back off my son's possession. And try it out. Well, a bit of interactivity for people. I figured people could follow along on a map. And plus it... Oh, I've overshot it.
Always cool to see your own region from a new perspective. Looks like they enjoyed it. That was a great flight seeing session. Cool.
The landing was a bit rough. Mission success. Okay, let me have a quick look at the map. Over here. The map's on a different PC for me, so... Arrival 78.95% score on the arrival. En route score 99.8, that's alright. Departure score 92.27. Arrival, you know, the important part. I got an A. Didn't get an S though. Landing smoothness, damn it. I got this. Everything went perfectly during this flight. Aviator, I didn't see that before. Aviator performance details. Made all necessary communication on the radio. Overflying, make an announcement on the radio when flying over an airport during VFR flights. Cruise altitude, comply with cruise altitude signed. Missed ATC, respond to ATC call. Respect the 20 knot speed limit when rolling through the airport. Runway excursion on... I did not know there was a 20 knot speed. Stay on the runway during takeoff roll. Stay on the runway during landing roll. Landing lights on. Fuel minimums, cloud avoidance. Huh. Okay. Special mission not eligible.
Nice work completing your first mission.
Yeah. I realized that halfway down when I was reading it. Nice work completing your first mission.
Continue building your flight hours by completing more missions, and you'll be ready to move on to your CPL in no time.
Yeah, literally in no time. I think I have to do one more flight. So, specialization, ferry flight. Gear up for an exciting, very exciting. So, yeah, you got to just do two flights to get your commercial pilot license. And you still passed, right? Alright, let's have a look at what missions we've got now.
Here's all the first flight missions available right now. Take your pick which one you want to tackle next.
What is this one? Why has that one got a weird logo on it? Shall we have a quick look? Oh, is it because it's 3 different... Alright. Is this my local airport? Oh, okay. So here we go. We've got this mission here, which is the airport I wanted to base my headquarters at. You know, something that they don't do, and I've sort of wished that they, you know, or again had the option, like, we are up here at the moment, but we could do this mission, which is the one I'm going to do. I think they're all the same, all the missions. First look at Muirfield. A scenic ride. A flight with Granny. Yeah, they're all sightseeing, aren't they? Right. Yeah, it would be nice, like, again, just for ultra realism, if you're here, if you want to do this mission, you first have to fly from here to here, you know, refuel, then pick up your passengers and do the mission. But that's not going to happen. It won't work that way. I think the flight we're about to do, even though it's in a different location, it's pretty much identical, the same thing. Alright, so this is my local airport, Barton, Salford. We're going to go on a tour of Salford. Believe me, there is nothing to see in Salford. First time I went to Salford, it was like at 2 o'clock in the morning. And we drove around there, and it literally looked like a war zone. It really did look like it. There were boarded up houses everywhere, and alright, let's accept mission. Sarah Nolan, my mother's maiden name was Nolan, I wonder if she was related, and her mum are ready to hit the skies with you if you're up for it. You can take them over Salford. Do they really want to do Salford? Does it get more complicated than the more you move into it? Are these early flights just basically still sort of little tutorial flights, really? Client, James Byron, flight coordinator. This will be our last flight of the day since my wife's home. And then tomorrow I'll probably try again tomorrow, and we'll do the commercial pilot's license. Once again, we have to do this. I wonder if these are more complex on the bigger planes. I haven't actually been to this airport. My wife has. She and Charlie came to this airport and did a helicopter ride for Charlie's birthday or something like that. And I asked her, does it look like this when you went? And she said, yeah, it's pretty much it. It does look like that. But well, that sounds a lot more what I like. Is, God, I don't know what it is. Whenever I'm streaming, I forget what I want to say. Right.
James, initiate boarding.
Okay, on their way.
I don't know what ounces are. I have no idea what you just said, Mike. I don't know what an ounce is.
All set for a nice aerial adventure, pilot? For today's flight, you're taking Sarah, one of our friends, and her mom over Salford. Everyone is comfortably seated? Get ready to depart then. Let's do it.
I know, one potato. Give me a potato, Vasily. Just one potato, please. We didn't get a taxi clearance again. It didn't come through.
Taxi 2 and hold short runway 2 via taxiway OMG Kilo Alpha Oscar 5710.
This is where my mom and dad have lived like forever, so it's kind of special for us today. I'm Sarah, by the way.
Nice to meet you. I'm Sarah. I'm hanging out with Sarah for this flight.
Sarah and
Pretty
Sarah.
exciting.
There's no taxi ridden. Where am I going? Well, this isn't good. Oh, I'm going over there. I just got to hold short over there. Okay. Fair enough. We'll just go straight on then. Get out the way. $687 grams. You had a potato that was half a kilo. I hope this is alright. Oh yeah, there's a whole short thing.
Tower OMG Kilo Alpha Oscar 5710 ready at runway 2 straight out departure.
OMG Kilo Alpha Oscar 5710 QNH 101 tree departing straight out approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 2.
What happened to my live?
Are we going?
Cleared for takeoff runway 2 OMG Kilo Alpha Oscar 5710.
For some reason I'd lost the edit. So it's the 4th link in the description if you want to follow along on the map and have a look at the flight statistics if you are watching after the live session has finished. Where is runway 2? This is the question. Which is runway 2? That's runway 2. There, okay. For some reason the taxi ribbon has stopped working. Yeah, there seems to be a few issues with the taxi ribbon. Take off runway 2. Look at those trees right ahead. It's a bit ominous. Okay. Power up. And off we go. What is it, the size of a small cat?
Wow, this is quite a feeling.
We haven't got any of the things. We haven't got any the markers this time around. It's a bit odd.
Look at this spectacular view. You should charge admission.
Hope I'm going the right way. But for some reason we don't have any of the markings on the screen.
Awesome. I see the city. Look over there.
It's amazing.
I recognize everything down there.
I'm just
I think
Tower
we're
OMG Kilo Alpha Oscar 5710 frequency change.
into the landscape. Evidently, we're not going higher. Too bad. Would have been nice.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be a fail.
Tower OMG Kilo Alpha Oscar 57104 miles east 1,000 feet to land.
OMG Kilo Alpha Oscar 5710 Tower. QNH 101 tree fly left downwind runway 2.
Make left downwind runway 2 OMG Kilo Alpha Oscar 5710.
Well, this is going to be a bit like, okay. I have no idea. I seem to have lost all markers on the screen.
You must know our region like the back of your hand, Captain.
No
Lucky
idea
you.
where I'm going.
Mom, you always say home is the most beautiful place in the world. Dream job here.
All right. I don't even know where I'm supposed to be going. Which...
What's going on, Sarah? You've been pretty quiet.
Just soaking it all in.
Totally. I was just thinking the exact same thing.
I see you're on your way back, guys. So Sarah, did you enjoy the ride? You ready to do it again?
Great flight over my beloved Salford. Let's do it again.
You made our day, Captain.
OMG Kilo Alpha Oscar 5710 Windcom cleared to land runway 2.
cleared to land runway 2 OMG Kilo Alpha Oscar 5710.
This is way too steep. Am I gonna...
Stall. That landing! Scary stuff.
OMG Kilo.
Ow. Plane wouldn't stop. Oh, I think I'll end this.
These locals weren't fully satisfied, but I know you'll dig deep and make the necessary improvements. No doubt about it.
I made a mistake. I don't know what was I saying about the game just basically trolled me, didn't it? Because it heard me saying, oh, I don't really know how you turn these markers off, and then it turned them off and said, you're not ready for them to be turned off yet. Most important mistakes: taxi speeding, crash. Oh god. Hey, at least I got back to the airport okay. I lost my reputation a little bit.
Not
Not
enough
good.
flight hours to be eligible to take your CPL.
This is no way in the world that should have counted. I think if a crash is a crash, we need a hardcore mode, man. We need like permadeath. You crashed, you're dead. Should make it. That's what I should do. I should like do a permadeath mode. You crash, your career's over. That's it. You're dead. Start again.
If you pass your CPL, you can begin to get paid for successful missions.
I've heard permadeath since No Man's Sky.
What?
I've heard permadeath since No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky days, yeah. Let's just have a quick look at commercial license. Alright, look at all this training you have to do. Landmark navigation, arrival. Follow VFR procedures to land. So I guess we'll do that next time. Oh, God. Back to head. Alright. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's stream. Thank you for your company, boys. GMAH. I'm assuming GMAH is a boy. Can't see his picture. It's all shadowy. But, thank you for that. Be careful what you wish for, Rob, is the lesson that we take away from today. because that was funny. Yeah, I think we are here in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Or is it here? Near Gibraltar. I think it's here, actually. If that's where Tunisia is. I think it's there. It was just across the way from Gibraltar. Yeah. You're welcome. Anyway, thank you everyone. I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.